Good morning all. The next question it is related to the topic that is histogram specification. Histogram specification it is otherwise also known as histogram matching. So look at this question. Look at this numerical question. In this numerical question, the size of this image it is given 8 cross 8 and it's a 8 level image. So for 8 cross 8 input image, the number of rows is equals to 8. The number of columns it is also equals to 8. So if number of rows is 8, number of column it is 8, then the total number of pixels it is equals to 8 cross 8, that is equals to 64. Now if it is an image which consists of 8 number of gray labels, it means it is representing L is equals to 8. So next we will start to solve this numerical question. So in this type of questions, two tables are given. Table 1 it correspond to the pixel distribution of input image, and table 2 it correspond to the target histogram. So in step 1, first we have to perform the histogram equalization for table 1. That is, first we have to perform the histogram equalization on the input image pixel distribution table. So we will make a table for histogram equalization for table 1. First column it is RK. RK it is the input image gray label, and NK it is its corresponding occurrence. So as per the given question, RK is varying from 0 to 7, and the corresponding number of occurrence as per the given question it is 8, 10, 10, 2, 12, 16, 4 and 2. Now earlier we have determined from the given input image size, we have determined the total number of pixel it is 64. Now this number 64 you can verify. Now this number 64 you can verify after adding all this number of occurrence. If you count all this, if you do the summation of all this number of occurrence, the total number of pixels it is coming to be 64. So after writing RK and NK, next we will normalize this NK, that is we will determine the probability density function. So the equation of probability density function it is NK by N, 8 divided by 64 up to 2 decimal place, the result it is 0.13. Similarly for others it is 0.16, 0.16, 0.03, 0.19, 0.25, 0.06 and 0.03. So after normalizing the NK, that is after determining the probability density function PDF, next we will determine the CPDF, that is the cumulative probability density function, represented by sigma. So first I will write 0.13. Next 0.13 plus 0.16, it is 0.29. 0.29 plus 0.16, it is 0.45. 0.45 plus 0.03, it is 0.48. 0.48 plus 0.19, it is 0.67. 0.67 plus 0.25, it is 0.92. 0.92 plus 0.06, it is 0.98, and 0.98 plus 0.03, it is 1.01. So after determining the CPDF, next we will determine L minus 1 into sigma. So earlier we have determined L is equals to 8. So if L is equals to 8, L minus 1 is equals to 7. So 7 multiplied with 0.13, it is 0.91. Next, 7 multiplied with 0.29, it is 2.03. And similarly, if you determine for the others up to 2 decimal place, the result it is 3.15, 3.36, 4.69, 6.44, 6.86, and 7.07. After determining L minus 1 into sigma, and next we will write the output gray label. Represented by S of k. So we will round off these numbers to its nearest integer number. For 0.91, the nearest integer number it is 1. For 2.03, the nearest integer number it is 2. For 3.15, the nearest integer number is 3. For 3.36, the nearest integer number is 3. Similarly, for 4.69, the nearest integer number is 5. For 6.44, nearest integer number is 6. 6.86, the nearest integer number is 7. And similarly, 7.07, the nearest integer number is 7. Next, in step 2, we will perform the histogram equalization process for table 2. So similarly, we will make another table. Similarly, we will make histogram equalization table for table 2 also. So for table 2, ZK represent the different gray labels available. ZK represent the different gray labels, and NZ represents its corresponding number of occurrence. So ZK, the target histogram table, ZK is varies from 0 to 7. So I will here write ZK will vary from 0 to 7. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and NZ, that is its corresponding number of occurrence as per the given question. It is 0, 0, 0, 0, 20, 20, 16, 8. So remember, Earlier we have determined the total number of pixel, it is 64. So if you do the summation of all this number of occurrence, you will find the total number, it is equals to 64. So after writing zk, the different gray labels for the target histogram, and z is corresponding number of occurrence in histogram equalization, the next we will normalize these numbers and z. So for normalization, that is nz by n, we will divide this corresponding number by the total number of pixel, that is 64. So these numbers are 0 0 0 0, 20 divided by 64 up to 2 decimal place, it is 0.31. Similarly this is also 0.31. 16 divided by 64 up to 2 decimal place, it is 0.25. Similarly 8 divided by 64 up to 2 decimal place, it is 0.13. After determining nz by n, that is the probability density function, next we will determine the CPDF, that is the cumulative probability density function, represented by sigma. So it is 0, 0 plus 0, it is 0, 0 plus 0, it is 0, 0 plus 0, it is 0, 0 plus 0.31, it is 0.31, 0.31 plus 0.31, it is 0.62, 0.62 plus 0.25, it is 0.87, and 0.87 plus 0.13, it is 1.00. After determining the cumulative probability density function CPDF, next we will determine L minus 1 into sigma. So earlier we have determined the value of L is equals to 8, and hence L minus 1 is equals to 7. So each of this number will be multiplied by 7. 0 multiplied with 7, it is 0, 0 multiplied with 7, it is 0, 0, 0. Now 0.31 multiplied with 7 up to 2 decimal place, it is 2.17. 0.62 multiplied with 7 up to 2 decimal place, the result it is 4.34. 0.87 multiplied with 7 up to 2 decimal place, it is 6.09, and 7.00 multiplied with 7, it is 1 multiplied with 7 up to 2 decimal place, it is 7.00. So after determining the after determining the L minus 1 into sigma, next we will write the output gray label represented by GZK, and we will round off this number to its nearest integer number. So for 0 it is 0000. For 2.17 the nearest integer number, it is 2. For 4.34 the nearest integer number, it is 4. For 6.09 the nearest integer number, it is 6, and for 7.00 the nearest integer number, it is 7. After performing the histogram equalization on table 1 and table 2, we will move to the next step, that is called as the matching. So in step 3, we have to write first we have to write RK versus the SK. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in step 3, first we have to write RK versus SK. So RK, it is varying from 0 to 7. So here I have written RK varies from 0 to 7, and the corresponding SK are 1, 2, 3, 3, and the corresponding SK values are 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7. 5, 6, 7, 7. Next we have to make a table like this. This side we will write the ZK, and this side we will write GZK. So from the result of histogram equalization on table 2, this is my ZK, which varies from 0 to 7. So here I will write ZK varies from 0 to 7. And the corresponding value of GZK are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 7. So here I will write 2, 4, 6, 7. So next we will start the mapping process. For mapping process, the necessary condition that we will follow, it is minimum of ZK, for which GZK minus SK must be greater than equal to 0. So in mapping process, we have to map for each value of SK with its corresponding value of GZK, with the condition is that minimum of ZK, GZK minus SK must be greater than equal to 0. So first, when SK is equals to 1, SK equals to 1 cannot be mapped with GZK equals to 0. Since 0 minus 1, it doesn't satisfy the condition that it is greater than equal to 0. So SK is equals to 1 will be mapped with GZK is equals to 2, such that 2 minus 1, it satisfies the condition that the result is greater than equal to 0. So SK is equals to 1 will map with GZK is equals to 2. Similarly, when SK is equals to 2, it is mapped with GZK is equals to 2, because 2 minus 2 is satisfy the condition that the result is equal to 0. Next, when SK is equals to 3, SK is equals to 3, the corresponding value of GZK with which we will map it, it is GZK is equals to 4. Next, when SK is equals to 5, the corresponding value of GZK with which we will map it, it is GZK is equals to 6. Because 6 minus 5, it satisfies the condition, it is the result is greater than equal to 0. So SK is equals to 5, it is mapped with GZK is equals to 6. Similarly, when SK is equals to 6, it is mapped with the corresponding value of GZK is equals to 6. Because 6 minus 6, it satisfies the condition, 6 minus 6, it satisfies the condition, it is equal to 0. And lastly, when SK is equals to 7, it is mapped with the corresponding GZK is equals to 7, such that 7 minus 7, it satisfies the condition that the result is equal to 0. After completion of the step 3, that is the mapping process, in step 4 we will make a final mapping table. So in step 4 we will draw a final mapping table. In the first column we will mention RK. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as discussed earlier, the RK, it is varying from 0 to 7. So here I have written RK, it is varying from 0 to 7. The next column we will make, it is for the SK. So after performing the histogram equalization on table 1, for each value of RK, the corresponding value of SK, the sequence it is 0, the sequence it is 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7. So here I will write the sequence of SK, it is 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7. Now we will make another column for GZK. After performing the histogram equalization on table 2, so the sequence of GZK that I have obtained, it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 7. So here I will write 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 7, and in the last column I will write map. Now look at this mapping. When RK is equals to 0, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 4. So I will write here 4. Next, when RK is equals to 1, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 4. Similarly, when RK is equals to 2, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 5. So I will write here 5. Next, when RK is equals to 3, when RK is equals to 3, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 5. Next, when RK is equals to 4, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 6. So I will write here 6. Similarly, when RK is equals to 5, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 6. Next, if RK is equals to if RK is equals to 6 or 7, it is mapped with ZK is equals to 7. So I will write here 7 and 7. Okay. So in summary, in step 1, we have to perform the histogram equalization for table 1. In step 2, we have to perform the histogram equalization on table 2. And after performing the histogram equalization on table 1 and 2, we have to do the mapping. So we have to write the table like this: RK versus SK and ZK versus GZK, and we have to do the mapping for each value of SK with this condition: minimum of ZK such that GZK minus SK must be greater than equal to 0. And after performing this mapping process, we have to draw this final mapping table, and with this numerical questions is over. Thank you.